Took me less than a half hour to go from a running riding bike to literally the whole bike on the shelf. This is literally the entire bike. And the only thing that took the longest was draining the gas out of the gas tank and drilling out one of the holes that holds the engine cover in because they're all stripped. I couldn't get vice grips on that one. But literally there's nothing to these things. It's pretty sweet. So anything good off this bike, I'm going to put on that bike. Like the exhaust, since it's good and quiet, the handlebars are less bent, the gas tank, things like that. I'm going to swap over to this bike because I decided I'm going to clean this one up, throw it back together, get it running, and then try to sell it. So that way if I sell that, then I have some money to really put into this one. So that's the plan right now. I'm going to spend a couple hours out here cleaning up these parts and then starting to put it back together. I only have about an hour and a half tonight to work on it, but I'm just going to clean up all this dirt and rust, hit it with some black paint quick just to kind of make it look a little nicer, and then start putting stuff back together. And then later this week when the parts get here, we'll hopefully by the end of the week we'll have it at least put back together and running again and looking a little bit better. So that's the plan for now. So get this one put together and then try to sell it. Alright, so we got it all wire brushed, sanded down, just put a light coat of black on it. It's already black obviously, so just enough to get it all one color and not look like it was the bottom of a lake forever. So I mean, I'm obviously not sending this thing in for paint or powder coat, just trying to make it look a little better in what was it, 15 minutes? 20 minutes to prep it, 15 minutes to paint it, and it just looks a little bit better, so that's all we're going for. Whole yard. Jesus. It is a swimming pool. Just like every year, when spring starts to come, it floods. Okay, so the deal with the bikes is, get some lights on in here. Alright, so this guy is the bike that looked the worst. That was super bent up, the bad gas tank, the ripped up seat, no fenders. That's this one. I swapped everything over from the better looking bike, everything but the motor pretty much, and the wheels. They hold air. So I swapped over the gas tank, the fenders, the handlebars, put a brand new seat on it. I had to make brackets for the seat to work because it's for a different year, but it wasn't hard. Put new fuel line, new gas in it. So it looks better. It's got the headlight and the taillight now. No bulb in the taillight, but it's got it. I cleaned up the frame. I painted it. I just sprayed it black real quick. You can't even see the frame really on these things, so it's not a big deal. But cleaned up the kick or the brake lever and the swing arm. Painted those. Wiped it down. So here's the better looking one. Now the worst looking one. But my official plan now is I'm going to keep this bike and put a new front end on it, new seat, new gas tank, new handlebars, do an 88cc big bore, do a different exhaust, some new tires and shocks, but kind of leave it stock. I'm not going to register this one or put plates on it and drive it on the street. It's just going to be kind of a fun pit bike that I'm going to slowly freshen up since there's no hurry. And then I'm going to take the 77 frame I have, since it's already stripped down to a bare frame when I got it. It's perfect because I would have just ended up stripping this one down to a bare frame before I started, working on it. So I figured sell one, make a little bit of my money back, keep one, and then start one from completely scratch. Because this frame is straight, there's nothing wrong with it at all. I'm going to clean it up a little bit, but it looks pretty good. So we'll have a fun little pit bike just to kind of take, mess around with. And I'm pretty sure, I just got out here for the first time today, so I'm pretty sure this thing will start up first kick. We'll try it. The gas tank leaks a little bit, because someone used like epoxy and tried to fix it. It's all crumpled. But we'll see if she fires that first kick. Nope. Oh, I didn't choke it. Alright, let's not count that. Let's count first kick choked. Nope. Good enough. But she fires up, so I mean, motor runs good. So we'll just put an 88 kit on it. They're like 130 bucks. Give it a little bit more pep, and we'll just stunt this thing out. And then of course we still got this bad boy, which I feel sorry for it, because once that's done, I mean, I'm gonna still ride this, but because this will be the wheelie machine, this will be like the fast cruiser. But we'll see. But tomorrow I have coming in the mail a couple things. I got inverted disc brake front end for this. I got shocks. I got extended swing arm. I got handlebars and bar mounts. Those won't be here tomorrow, I don't think, but they'll be here this next week, couple days. So tomorrow when that stuff comes in, we'll start putting this together, get a nice full roller started. But yeah, so we're gonna start putting the Z50 together tomorrow. I'm gonna have to go to the store and get a bunch of nice Allen head bolts for everything, because I don't really feel like cleaning these up with a wire brush and using these. I'd rather clean it up with some nice, kind of like those, like some nice looking, you know. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna make it look halfway presentable. So, but yeah, if I can't find a tire that looks good on these 10s, that's like, because I want the bike to still have that wide tire look like the CT does with these, but with the 10s you can't go as wide as if you could with the 8s because the wheel is bigger. So I don't know if I'm going to do 10s or 8s yet, but I'm going to use this wheel and this adapter to mock everything up to see how stuff looks, and then we're going to go from there. But right now I'm going to start cleaning up this frame, knocking the bearing races out of the steering neck so I can put the new ones in. I'm going to order some parts tomorrow, or tonight, like the new bushings for the gas tank holder, the new grommets that hold the side plate on. I still got the tool kit holder, which this bike actually still has the original tool kit, so I'm going to pop that out, put the tool kit on that. I'm going to send the paperwork in for this to get licensed, so that's going to be the one that we do, since it's already stripped down, and I can slowly make this into just a little fun pit bike, since motor runs good. I also have two 5-speed electric start 190 cc's showing up tomorrow with my shipment, and I wish I could say one of them was mine, but they're not. So, two people that you guys have seen in my videos have ordered a 190, so they are going to be the test dummies, and the second they put it on their bike and it rips, I'm ordering one. Alright, so I got a text from UPS saying my packages were delivered at 8:23 this morning, which I'm pretty sure is a record ever, and there was nothing outside. My dog was outside, so he didn't want to put the packages at the front door, walked around back, saw my dog, and left them at the side of the house because he didn't want to deal with my dog. But we'll just see what we got today. What finally came in. It's the brake rotor for my front end. So this is for the Z50. I think this box is my swing arm and rear shocks. These are some spanner wrenches. Oh yeah, those look nice. These are also for the Z50. So I kind of went with the same color-ish front and rear. This looks to be my swing arm. That is actually pretty nice. Let's see how much longer this is than a stock swing arm. Oh, that's way more than 2 inches. That might be perfect. That's a solid. We gotta measure that, because that's gotta be a good 4 inches. Let's check. So from there to the middle is about 10 inches. And we'll just do the middle of this. Oh yeah, that's 14. So we got a 4-inch swing arm, so that's actually perfect, because I thought I was getting a 2-inch, and this is 4. So that's perfect, actually. I'm actually happy about that. So these two things, sadly, aren't mine. But I'm gonna open one just to make sure everything's there. I'm kind of jealous. This thing is not light, I'll tell you that. UPS guy probably loved it. Oh yeah. What an animal this thing is. Thing looks huge. So yeah, that is the 190cc electric start 5-speed motor that I wish was mine. And there's a second one right here. But once they get these on their bikes and I ride it or see if it's worth it over the 140, which I already know it's gonna be, but once I get some feedback, I'm gonna go ahead and right away order one for my Z frame over there. Yeah, so I'm gonna start mocking this stuff up on my frame and kind of get a roller put together, test out the brakes, test fit everything. I'm heading to Billy's shop, and we are going to make, probably have to go grab some steel, but we're gonna go make a stand for the frame so it can be mounted up off the ground while I put everything together to make life a little bit easier. So we're gonna go make this engine, or this frame stand, and then we'll go back and start putting things together again. This is as far as I'm going to get today until the seat, the gas tank, the handlebars, the fenders, until that stuff comes in the mail. But look at this, and look at this stand. But yeah, if you don't got yourself a Billy where you just put in the group chat, hey, who can build me one of these bike stands to make life easier putting it together? And he goes, come over, let's build one. So I went to his shop, went and got some steel, and bam. Within like an hour or two of dicking around, we got a nice bike stand. But so far, I got the inverted hydraulic, big brakes in the front. I got the CT70 wheels on it right now, just to kind of mock up tire size and whatnot. I don't know if I'm going to use those or not. Ball bearing instead of bushings. We got the RFY 330 millimeter gas shocks in the back, and then we got the adapter wheel to fit the CT70 wheels. Rear disc kit on there too, so we'll have front and rear disc. But yeah, there she is so far. So after this week, we should have a good looking roller with the gas tank and the seat and the fenders and stuff put on. That's as far as I'm going to get today.